Who's gonna
and
drive?
this just sends him right over
Who's
the
gonna
edge. It
defend?
really kind of like rejuvenates this anger that he has.
It's a passenger van now.
Takes it to Tony Stark and starts ripping
Just regular van.
his Hulkbuster armor apart. Now,
Regular
this
truck?
is why I say
Regular truck.
the World War Hulk storyline is so cool, because under normal circumstances, if Tony Stark were to go against the Incredible
I think
Hulk
we're gonna
with
need
his
an
Hulkbuster
AK2.
armor, he'd be able to hold out the Hulk long
You think
enough
so?
that either Banner would just lose
Green guy has a
interest along the
helicopter,
way, or he
and
would
we're
just
looking
not
for an
really tire
insurgent.
out, but it would allow other heroes to
A
come into the
medic.
fray and talk, the Incredible
Is
Hulk
he a
down,
minister
or
or
it
a
would
freaking
allow the
technical? One of
situation
the,
to
I
be
can't tell.
resolved without a massive amount of destruction. That's not the case here. The Hulk just keeps getting angrier and angrier and angrier.
That is a insurgent, I'm pretty sure.
More and more and more until it
The
gets to the
insurgent looks a
point
bit
that the
decent.
Incredible
I thought it
Hulk
was
has
like more of a
effectively
technical.
destroyed Tony Stark's Hulkbuster armor and just kind of left Tony Stark there on his own to figure out.
Hold up, let me park this on top.
Not only that, it allows the Incredible Hulk to take Tony Stark prisoner as his first, I guess, the second victim in his campaign to take out the Illuminati as part of the Earth's superhero roster.
Let's go.
Oh, there goes the MP2.
Oh, whatever. I'll call it when we need it.
Let's play.
So many ads, gosh.
So continuing our coverage
Not as
of
much
World
as,
War
well,
Hulk,
there's a lot of ads on the
we're going to focus on the Incredible
Batman
Hulk
Who Laughs
fighting
one.
all the
Right now?
X-Men. And when I say all the X-Men, I mean all
Oh, you know what's the ads?
X-Men. Every
I ended up
last
skipping most of them.
Oh, this is when Hulk's fighting all the X-Men.
really, really cool set of events. So the reason why is because it's just the Hulk fighting every single X-Men.
But already I will be upset because we're gonna try to fight the orange
The
guy.
issue with this is that this story, as far as I've been able to tell, is a little ambiguous on where it stands. Of course, we know that it's around the time the Incredible Hulk shows up on Earth, but we don't know if
Oh god, I'm inside?
Tony Stark, if it's after
I'm inside.
What?
Tony Stark, at least I haven't been able to figure that out yet. But it happens around the first
Oh fuck, I'm out.
It's really good enough. Besides, it's just the Incredible Hulk beating up
I'm out. Come pick me up.
when it takes place. But what this does is this initially picks up with Tony Stark meeting with Charles Xavier prior to his conflict with the Incredible Hulk in the first issue.
How did
Now,
he
the
get
kicker of this
inside?
is that
I don't know, I
Charles
kinda
was not
glitched in.
present during the events of the Illuminati kicking Bruce
And I
Banner
could have, and I was still shooting from inside. I should have stayed inside. But I walked out by accident.
after the events of House of M. And so, at this point in time, Charles Xavier was still missing in action. No one really knew where he was. And so because he wasn't part of these events, he never made a conscious decision.
You know,
Now,
when you just
initially,
randomly
Tony
stop.
Stark asked him this. Tony Stark says, hey man, look, here's what's going on. I'm just going to brief you because you're part of the Illuminati. You need to know what's going on. But his other question is, if you
Are we gonna
had
have to
to
deal
have
with
made a
the orange
choice,
guy?
if you had to have chosen whether
What is
Why
that?
is the NPC going the wrong way?
which choice would you have made?
Don't know.
Charles Xavier doesn't initially answer him. Instead, we just basically pick up with the present day. Now, what this does, or at least what this opening tie-in does, initially, at least by Christos Gage,
Why is the NPC going the wrong way?
This is largely on Charles Xavier just kind of reminding us, or at the very least Christos Gage reminding us, where things stand in the mutant community. Now, on the surface, this wouldn't really seem necessary, but a comic book that basically centers on the Incredible Hulk fighting the X-Men would draw attention
Yellow guy
no matter
killed.
where people were in the realm
Where's
of
the
their
other guy?
understanding of comics.
He's up ahead in the helicopter.
It almost treats it like a self-contained story to a degree, in the sense that it refreshes
No,
people
wait
with where
outside.
the X-Men are at, if they haven't read anything about the X-Men up to this point. Now again, after the events of House of M, we know that the Scarlet Witch's actions
He's
were
the buzzard.
on a multiversal level, in the sense that she had stripped 98% of the mutant population of their powers across the multiverse, not just the
I have a lock on him just in case.
after the events of House of M,
Looks like we're good.
no mutants being born. This is the reason why the birth of Hope Summers was such a big deal in the Marvel
Okay, we're good.
timeline, because we'd never seen any new mutants being born after House of M. Instead, there was just
Up,
a massive
wait,
evolution, and the number
wait.
just seemed to stop there. So again, with
He's
the
turning around.
idea of the mutant population
He's
being
fired.
down to 198
No.
in total, plus a few who have died here and there over the course of the events between House of M and this and World War Hulk right now. This is really just a scenario.
He's going after the orange guys by the looks of it. Go.
Prisoner, but they're all being guarded by sentinels
Oh my
within
God.
the confines of the
NPC,
Xavier
why did I
mansion.
freaking
However,
do that?
almost immediately after we pick up with this little bit of a story, we suddenly have, the Incredible Hulk showing up in front of Xavier Mansion. Now, the first thing he says is, I want Charles Xavier. I want Charles Xavier out here right now.
Yeah, he's just the orange guys.
I want to talk to him. Now, we're actually going to learn the Incredible Hulk doesn't intend to kill Charles Xavier or even to beat him extremely bad. Instead, he's showing up here because he has questions that he wants answered. But the kicker is that, you have the sub-roster, the minor X-Men that honestly, most people don't really care about, who are here right now. And they're the ones who are just kind of hanging out, with Charles Xavier. But Beast tells him, look, man, you got to get out of here. We cannot bring you Charles Xavier. That's not going to happen. Now, this is actually pretty important because Beast has a long-standing history with the Incredible Hulk. I wouldn't go as far as to say that they're like the best of friends ever, but there is a lot of respect between the two of them because Bruce Banner's a scientist, Beast is a scientist, they share a common ground.
I was trying to get down because this bridged me, remember?
Reached across the aisle and talked to one another in order to sort out various problems that they couldn't do on their own. The problem with this is that the Incredible Hulk has no interest in the Incredible Hulk has no interest in past allies. Instead, he's along his way and almost knocks him out. In response to this, the X-Men essentially jump in as best they can. Now, somebody else who's kind of
Shadow Viper's here.
Sidelines here is Joshua Foley. Now, Joshua Foley is an Omega level mutant. He's really, really powerful within the confines of his abilities. The problem is that his abilities are not in the realm of, telekinesis or telepathy. He's not an Omega level energy projector or anything like that. He's a kid that can basically control the biological structure of other people's bodies, but only insofar as how it's confined to healing. So he can heal from anything. He can heal others from anything. He's effectively immortal. The issue with this is that the plan of Beast is to basically send the healing factor of the Incredible Hulk into overdrive. But the reason why I say this is an issue is because the Incredible Hulk is an uncharted levels of power here, even for his character. The X-Men have
this way. Where are you going?
on the level of Incredible Hulk.
I like to wait for a second to freaking
durability. They faced wildly powerful beings, but we're talking about beings with the ability to warp reality, stuff like that. But the Incredible Hulk is a tangible threat that cannot be stopped. The closest that we ever really got to the X-Men associating with someone like this would be like 8-Day Juggernaut. But 8-Day Juggernaut, that's something we'll talk about here in a little bit when the Juggernaut shows up. But
the other guy's heading this way.
Not on the same level as Worldbreaker Hulk. They were close, but 8-Day Juggernaut would probably still be defeated by Worldbreaker Hulk. It actually creates a pretty
he's heading this way.
A pretty cool debate. 8th-Day Juggernaut. I'm curious, who do you think would win? 8th-Day Juggernaut or the Incredible Hulk? I'll run over what 8th-Day Juggernaut is here in a minute. But for right now, it's really just these X-Men doing what they can to face off against the Hulk. But in truth,
he's coming this way.
Roster, these guys have no chance. Now, the cool thing here is we actually get to see Laura Kinney fight. Now, Laura Kinney, of course, X-23, I have a
Get in.
I have videos on her. For those of you guys who don't know, X-23 was cloned or designed to be a clone of Wolverine, but they had to modify her genes to make her a woman instead of a guy, simply because of the fact that the chromosomes used to create her were corrupted to a degree, and so they were just kind of stuck.
Yes, that's not the much you were moving with the truck.
Every ounce as capable as Wolverine is, in the sense that she has adamantium claws.
Yeah, he was coming after us.
Prodigious fighter. She was trained to be an assassin. She has enhanced healing.
So
all the same
cocaine,
features
when I
as
take
Wolverine. It's just a different
cocaine, and
characteristic of her in
then
terms of who she is.
You also have counterfeit left.
But the idea here is that while she does have the same kind of fighting ability as Wolverine, she doesn't have the same experience. And
that's a ruiner 2000.
Now, she is capable because she's assassinated people. She's been in a lot of different conflicts, but she's never gone toe-to-toe with the Incredible Hulk. Wolverine has. Logan has gone against the Incredible Hulk in a multitude of occasions.
We're almost there. Just keep going. No, he's not coming over here.
The X-23 has no chance here. I mean, she has adamantium. She manages to scrape his face, but the Incredible Hulk grabs her and just throws her into a wall, and that's that. She has nothing to offer in this situation. So again, from here, it's really just the Incredible Hulk turning his attention to everyone he can find until we get the A roster of the X-Men showing up. And this is Wolverine, this is Cyclops, Emma Frost, Colossus, Kitty Pryde, Colossus.
The A-Team.
That's a new match for a while.
It's really funny what happens. I mean, it's not funny what happens to him, but it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Like, it's cool. But the idea here is that Charles Xavier says, okay, fine. Look, the Incredible Hulk didn't show up here for no reason. All right, it's not like he's just on a rampage. We know he's demanding members of the Illuminati. Again, the X-Men don't know about the Illuminati, but in the mind of Charles Xavier, he's demanding my fellow members of the Illuminati. It has something to do with what they made. This, combined with what it was that Tony Stark told me, indicates the Incredible Hulk has come back here to unleash hell on us all. He's come back here to destroy us as the Illuminati. And so what we do here is
you going up there?
Transition with Charles Xavier as he goes through and begins scanning the mind of
We should be fine.
Now, what's funny about this is Charles Xavier tells us that in years past, it's never been extremely difficult to scan the mind of the Incredible Hulk. It was always relatively difficult because the Hulk's mind was really more of a powerful force, more so than inaccessible or something like that. But the idea here is that the Incredible Hulk is filled with so much rage,
double back, yeah, we got this.
own self-sustaining barrier against the powers of Charles Xavier. He is able to penetrate, but when he does, he finds the source of his anger. He finds out the Incredible Hulk had effectively been tortured, been forced into combat.
He won't catch us.
He had found love and then lost love, and all of that happened because of the actions of the Illuminati. And so Charles Xavier is kind of in a situation right here where he's like, there's nothing we can do to stop him right now. Like, he's not going to be able to listen to reason. More so than that, what Charles Xavier saw was projected into the minds of all the other X-Men as Charles Xavier was seeing it. So it's not like the X-Men don't know why the Hulk is here now. They all understand why he's here. But the idea is that they've essentially come to the realization that there's no talking sense to the Incredible Hulk right now. The Incredible Hulk is in a state of absolute madness. He's almost feral in terms of how angry he is, and he's in a level of uncharted strength and durability here. And so while the other X-Men are
behind us
incapacitated, he asked Charles Xavier the most important question. He says, you know, look, I know that you were not part of the Illuminati when I was banished from this world. I know that, you know, from what Blackwell told me, you're not here. He doesn't know everything about House of M, but he knows that Charles Xavier was not here when that happened. But he asked the question, if you had to make a choice, if you had to, you know, vote, how would you have voted? Would you have kicked me out, or would you have kept me here on the planet Earth? Now, Charles Xavier does provide a definitive answer here. He beats around the bush for a little bit. You know, he kind of toys around for a little bit, but he says, look, I would not have agreed to kicking you out of Earth for eternity. I would not have forced you to leave. What I would have done is I would have said, we need to remove you from the Earth.
Stoner Sanchez 95.
The problem with this,
he's mad.
Isn't our Sanchez 95?
Whether it was Charles Xavier, you know, banishing him or exiling him until they can find a cure, or exiling him forever, it's all the same thing. It's because Charles Xavier says, look, fine, if you want to take me, you can take me. I will go with you. I will effectively give up. I will surrender. And the Hulk says, cool, let's go. But, you know, of course, Colossus
right?
and they say, no, you're not taking Charles Xavier anymore. Now, we know where the X-Men, they have a massive amount of respect for Charles Xavier, but this is that
We just sped away.
this is that period
No,
of
you just
line of
passed
X-Men
them,
publications
so you
where
wanted to lock on.
Cyclops begin to break away
I was still trying to
from
get the
teachings of
blue
Charles
coin.
Xavier and start to leave him behind. Now, all of that really came to a head in a
You really run around.
but the idea is that this is kind of the
Green guys are doing gun running. They have a ruiner to defend, really.
from the idea of Charles Xavier moving away from his teachings and ultimately stepping into his own as the de facto leader of the X-Men for the most part. Now, of course, with the other X-Men stepping in and doing what they can, I mean, they put up one hell
You
of a
left, why?
Cyclops using the full blast of his optic blast. You have a Wolverine who uses his claws as best he can, you know, of course, to try to fight off the Incredible Hulk here, but none of them are really able to do anything to hold their own. Emma Frost even goes as far as to say, hey, look, I'm joining the fight here. You know, my daughters, you know, my clones, more or less, the Stepford Cuckoos, are monitoring the entire fight. And so if you try to step in and stop us from fighting, we'll shut your mind down. And so it's really her saying, go in and tend to the wounded. Do not get in the way. Now, again, this is, of course, you know, just the idea that they're breaking away. I mean, again, you know, after the events of House of M, during the Decimation storyline, when Charles Xavier was absentee, it was really left to Emma Frost and to Cyclops to run the X-Men team. And so in their mind, Charles Xavier is now an unessential part of the X-Men roster. They've really proven they can run it without him. They don't really need him. His return is welcomed, but his return is also somewhat inconvenient for Emma and Cyclops in the sense that, again, they don't feel like they need him. And this is just really Marvel continuing this trend of the X-Men, or at least of Emma Frost and Cyclops saying, look, it's cool that you're here, but you're just kind of getting in the way at this point because all you can do is use telepathy, and you've essentially already given up. So you're really more of a hindrance, you know. It's essentially one of those things where, you know, it's like, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And so they basically send Charles Xavier back into the mansion, which is really wild to see, you know, to see some measure of respect given here, but to also see a vast amount of disrespect to the guy that literally laid the groundwork for what the X-Men will become in terms of Marvel Comics. But at the very least, you know, because of the story as it goes right now, I mean, this is really kind of a necessity too, because with Charles Xavier having telepathy, there's